What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Amon's Toxic Ammo 331. Back at it with another video. And today we are going to be continuing our, continuing our toxic tier list rankings. I almost said WWE. But before we get to the actual video itself, guys, if you missed my previous toxic tier list rankings, oh yeah, they are on a playlist on my YouTube channel. If you would like to check those out, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free. Number two, we're on the road to 400 subscribers, just 50 away now. Really, how about you, boy? If you did subscribe, that also goes for people that have been watching my channel for a while and haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to like the video if you do like my toxic tier list rankings. Don't forget to ring the bell for all notifications, so notification will upload. Also, do share the video, because also, man, we can have some more people join the toxic fam, and do feel free to comment as your rankings of everything Universal down below. Yeah, I said it, I forgot to say it, but yes, we're doing Universal park ride tier list ranking, and let's start it off, shall we? And well, actually, let's show the categories first. So we have best of the best, which means they're in the top 5, basically, of the whole entire parks. Great means they're great. Like, they don't quite make the top 5, but they're great. Toxic goodness means, like, they're bad, but you love them, basically. Okay means it's okay, it's alright, I wouldn't mind writing that. Meh means it's basically a weaker version of okay, like, I'll write it if I have to, if my friends are writing it or whatever. Even though you don't want to. Haven't written is ones that I haven't written, which there's only a few here I haven't written. And toxic trash means dumpster fire, the worst. And you guys are probably, I don't know if that ride is on here. You guys are probably wondering if the new Minions attraction is on here. I do not see it right now, but, yeah, this is mostly just the rides. And plus, if you're wondering where Born Stuntacular is, I haven't done that one either. But Universal Horror Makeup Show, I would probably, I have done, and I'll put that in the toxic goodness category. But let's just get this thing started, shall we? So first off, we have the Incredible Hulk roller coaster, and, it's one of these 3 right here. Would I say it's top 10? Let me look at the list here, or top 5 material. Would I say it's top 5 material? I got to think. Yeah, I would say it's top 5. I might change my mind later on, but, no, yeah, I'm thinking about all the rides that are here, and it's tough. It's really tough. Yeah, it deserves to be in top 5. I really love the collab that they did with Marvel in Universal's Islands of Adventure. I think it is brilliant. It's going to be sad when it eventually goes away, because Disney runs everything now for Marvel. So it is what it is, and we can enjoy these rides as much as we want to, and I really love that roller coaster. Now to Doctor Doom's Fearfall, and I have not ridden this one, and I'll tell you why. My stomach doesn't do very well with drop towers. I always threw up every single time I rode Tower Terror, except for 2 times. Yeah. If it's a small drop tower, I'll do it, but Doctor Doom's Fearfall, I don't know. It would take a lot to convince me to do that. Then, we have, we should technically all do all the Marvel rides together. Spider-Man. This is probably the best ride of the whole entire park. And it's one of the best, like, out of the, whatchamacallit rides, the not motion ones, but the one where they put the big giant screen in your face and where you wear 3D glasses. I think this one's the best one out of the bunch of those, and it's really fun. And I love that ride, and yeah, I could talk about how great this ride is all day. I love the Spider-Man ride. So yeah, and it's a big, whatchamacallit, it's a big, I'm trying to come up with the term. It's a big smile on the faces of all the Spider-Man fans. So if you have not rode that yet and you're a Spider-Man fan, go ride that. That is the best ride there, probably. Then we have the trolley, and I actually like this one. I think it's kind of a relaxing ride. I think it's like the People Mover. It's really relaxing, and I love it. Even though it's a little bit short, I'll put it in the okay. I don't think it goes into toxic goodness because I wish it was a little bit longer. And if it was longer, I would put it there. It basically gives you a tour of Dr. Seuss Land, a mini People Mover, and it's alright. I would say it's worth riding, at least once. Then we got I have no clue what this is, but that's going into haven't ridden. Then we got I think that's in Dr. Seuss Land. But anyways, next up we have the Cat in the Hat ride. The Cat in the Hat ride, I will put in. It's one of these two because I think it's very relaxing as well. It's kind of air conditioned and it's a weaker version of the Winnie the Pooh ride. So for that reason, for nostalgia, I would put it here. That's the only reason, because like Cat in the Hat's a classic Dr. Seuss character. It's at the very back of okay because it's very dated and very creepy. So I would put it in okay. Then we got the Minions, what's this ride called? Minion Mayhem, right? Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, is that what the ride is called? It's okay. It's fun enough, but out of the motion rides, or I don't know what to call it, the 3D rides, this one's definitely the weakest, and it's just, I don't have a lot of fun with the ride, to be honest. I'll ride it because, like, it's fun to go through the line and stuff and see all the Despicable Me Easter eggs. So for that reason, I'll put it in the okay tier. I don't think it's quite toxic goodness. This one, I don't know what it is, so I'd have to do all these rides first because I have no clue what that one is. Fast and Furious Supercharged, right? No, not Fast and Furious Supercharged. What's this? Yeah, Supercharged. It's either this one or this one, because when I rode this, the line was super long for no reason, so the ride did not pay off for me. I'd have to think if it's the worst ride on this list. I'd probably give the edge to one more, but otherwise, nah. It's toxic trash. When we originally heard that Fast and Furious was coming to Universal, I was going like, oh my gosh, yay! But I think we were all wanting a big roller coaster, and that didn't end up happening. So, for that reason, it goes in toxic trash. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to be too harsh, because, no, it stays in toxic trash. I was about to let it be okay, but no. Now, the Flight of the Hippogriff in the first Harry Potter ride, and it is very meh. It's a very long wait. There's no really fast pass, really, and it's so annoying in that line because you hear the "well done" from Hagrid the whole entire time, and it's so annoying. Even though I love Hagrid, and it has a cool animatronic, it's rideable for that, but otherwise, no, it's not. I wouldn't recommend riding that ride. That is probably the least favorite out of the Harry Potter rides. Then we got Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Dun, 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 dun. Second best. I still give the edge to Spider-Man because I'm more of a Spider-Man fan than a Harry Potter fan, but for all Harry Potter fans, this was a huge gift. The even though it does break down sometimes, the 3D ride is amazing. How it transitions into live action. You got the huge dragon animatronic, you got all the Dementors and stuff, and how you go through, I forgot what the castle was called. I don't know why. But it's a gift to Harry Potter fans, just like how the Spider-Man ride was gifted to Spider-Man fans. So I would put Harry Potter in the Forbidden Journey in best of the best. It definitely deserves to go there. Then we got the Jurassic Park ride. I'm going to be totally honest. Jurassic Park is my favorite movie of all time, right? But it really does suck, but I feel like we have the worst of the Jurassic Park ride. Like, I feel like the for Universal Studios Hollywood, they have the better ride. Because this one, like the animatronics, I don't think are as, even before the Jurassic World like update, I would say probably the other one's better. But there's still some nostalgia during the ride, but otherwise the animatronics are kind of broken except for the T-Rex, but you can tell it's kind of ripped apart at the end. You don't get as much of the T-Rex as you did for the original ride in California. So for that reason, I'll put it in Toxic Goodness, because it's still a definitely must-do at Universal. So, yeah. Then we got the Velocicoaster. This goes into the great. Even though the way I'm about to describe it makes it seem like should go in Toxic Goodness, because you don't really think like the ride, you don't know if you should enjoy after riding it the first time, but I love it. It's definitely a better version of what Rock and Roller Coaster is. It did a great job entangling all the velociraptors and stuffs, and I think this was a good choice to do this here since Universal got the Jurassic World update with the River Ride. So, yeah, I think it is a very crazy coaster. So, yeah, I love that ride. Then we got, what's this one called? Gringotts. Gringotts goes into Toxic Goodness. This one is kind of what they did with Forbidden Journey, how they added the 3D effects and then added the live action stuff. This one, they add like a little tiny bit of a roller coaster, and I enjoy that. And, I think it's overall a good time. I would give a high recommend to it. So yeah, Toxic Goodness. I forgot if I rode this one. I don't think I did. It goes into Haven't Ridden. I was almost gonna ride it once, but I didn't end up riding it. So it's okay. I can imagine it's okay. It's basically just Dumbo. The Mummy ride. The Mummy is my seventh favorite movie of all time, or sixth. I forgot which one. And this ride, I wouldn't say best of the best. I think it's great. It's a great fan to the original Mummy, if you loved that. The inline queue is cool. It has an interesting story, how this is basically tied to real life or whatever, where there might be an actual curse. You get enough of Imhotep in this ride. And yeah, I think it's great. It might go into the best of the best, but we'll have to see if we put other 5 above it. Men in Black. Men in Black is super fun. It is great. It is the better version of, I keep on saying better version, but it's the better version of what Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin is. Just overall really good time. I like the hack at the end where once you go into the big alien's mouth, you can touch the big button and then win immediately. I think that's a very cool hack. You get a bunch of goofy alien animatronics that are maybe a little bit dated, but you enjoy it. And then also you have the inline queue, which is cool as well. And yeah, you have a bunch of Easter eggs from the movies. So it goes into the great tier for me. Then we got, what's it called? Popeye's something or other. I like riding this ride just to make my parents and my family mad because, you get really soaked. It's the one this ride, you're guaranteed to get soaked. If you don't end up getting soaked, I don't know. I don't know how you did that, but yeah, this ride, you're guaranteed to get wet. Like another one we're talking about later in the same land. It's fun, and it's a big, it's fun Easter eggs for the Popeye lovers of that character. And also, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And then we got, I almost said Pterodon, like I'm Starfire. Pterodon flyers from, I haven't rode this one because I'm not big enough. I'm not big. No, I'm too big for it now. I'm not too little. I'm too big for it. So, yeah, I can't comment on it. Hagrid's. I think this is, if you think Velocicoaster is a little bit too much, try Hagrid's. Because Hagrid's is not as loop-de-loops as that one. It's more, there's no loop-de-loops. It's just a speedy roller coaster that's a lot of fun with the whole entire family as a 2-seater. And I really love the Hagrid's ride, and I think that's a great new addition to the Harry Potter rides in general. So it goes into best of the best for me, and probably the best roller coaster at the whole entire park, right? Yeah, I'll put that above Hulk. Race to New York with the Race of New York with Jimmy Fallon, and this goes into the Toxic Goodness one for me. It's I think it's an upgrade over the Minions Mayhem one. I think it's very fun. It has a lot of Jimmy Fallon stuff through the queue and stuff. Universal all around just does great with their queues. Their lines, if you want a more specific term. And the ride itself is goofy fun, and it goes into Toxic Goodness because it's kind of bad, but I get a kick out of it because I think Jimmy Fallon's hilarious. So, yeah. Then we got Rip Ride Rockit, and Rip Ride Rockit is great. The most memorable thing I remember about this one is the from Sharknado 3, when Chris Jericho, playing a character, I forgot what his name was, gets eaten on the top of the ride, or ate, I should say, on the top of the ride, and it's really funny. And the ride, it might be a little bit too rough sometimes. It sometimes gives me a headache off the ride, but it's fun. So it goes into the great. It doesn't go into Toxic Goodness. Kong, the Reign of Kong. I forgot what the ride. I'm just gonna say the Kong ride or whatever from now on, with not like Kong ride, but whatever the ride's inspired by. It goes into Toxic Goodness. It's a lot more energetic than F9, that ride. There you get a bunch of spray stuff. The thing actually moves and tilts or whatever, unlike the Fast and Furious ride. The queue again, I love mentioning this stuff, but the queue is great. You get, if you go into the standby, you get a little bonus scene with, you remember from the King Kong 2005 movie, the thing that killed, Ulysses Claus character from Avengers Age of... I don't know how to explain it, but the sucky thing, do not take that out of context, people. I think it's cool for the inline queue there, and also you get the person saying Donkey Kong, or whatever, animatronic too. So it goes in Toxic Goodness. I would put it probably, I'll put it above that. And also, this alone, you should do for the King Kong animatronic at the end, because that is phenomenal. I don't know how people did that. Transformers. Transformers, probably the second best full 3D motion ride out of the park. It goes into the great tier. It probably at the top of the great tier. Yeah, just overall, you get, a Dead and Megatron animatronic, which is cool. What other stuff can I think of? just all around, this is fun. I don't think it's on the level of Spider-Man, but it is great for that matter. And I like how you're basically helping the Autobots defeat the the Decepticons. So yeah, it goes into the great. I haven't rode this a couple. I've always seen it, and I haven't rode it yet, so I can't comment on it. The Simpsons ride. The Simpsons ride gets a Toxic Goodness for me. Probably the weakest out of the Toxic Goodness, but you know it's bad, but I get a kick out of it because I'm a big Simpsons guy. I love the show so far. And there's a lot of guilty pleasure here, so that's why it goes in Toxic Goodness. Next up, we have Woody Woodpecker's Roller Coaster. Enough said. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, that ride there is just... it's basically just one drop or two drops. That's it. It's basically a shorter version than Barnstormer. So, yeah, it's toxic trash. I'd rather ride Fast and Furious than that because it's short. Not Fast and Furious. No, actually, no. I would rather ride that than Fast and Furious. So, yeah. Then we got, I keep on forgetting the names. Whatever, the kind of Splash Mountain ride. You remember how I was pointing out that this Popeyes ride always makes you get wet? This one does too. It's a lot of fun. You shouldn't be you kind of feel like after getting wet, you shouldn't be laughing after getting wet because you still got to ride a lot more rides. Unless if you're doing this later in the day as your last thing, but... you get to ride this, and, yeah. You definitely know what you're getting yourself into every single time you ride it. Okay. This is what the ride is. Okay. Even though the last part, yes, is very weird and creepy at the same time, I love E.T. E.T. is... I love the E.T. movie. It's my 5th favorite movie of all time, and I love the ride. I rode it twice, I believe, once, when I went on a trip, and it might be just pure nostalgia for me. I just really love the ride. The animatronics, I think, are still pretty good, even though the ride is, like, I don't know how many years old now, but the animatronics are still... pretty good, and the only minor gripe I have is the ending. It's not bad, I just think it's weird, but, yeah, otherwise, I love E.T., and that is my toxic tier list, guys. Don't forget to, I hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to leave your list down below, but before we get to the actual ending of the video itself, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number 1, it's absolutely free, number 2, we're on the road to 400 subscribers, just, 50 away now. Really help out your boy if you did subscribe. That also goes for people that haven't watched my channel for a while and haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to like the video if you do like my toxic tier list rankings. Don't forget to ring the bell for all notifications and notification while, but also do share the video, because also, we can have some more people join the Toxic Fam, and you feel free to comment as well. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody. Peace.